So OTM is your Oracle Transportation Management. Okay, and what you are dealing with here is only related with the transportation things. Okay, transportation means and covering all modes of transportation, your ocean mode, your air mode, your rail mode, okay, your road mode. Okay, so all modes we can say as TL and LTL mode. Okay, means truckload mode and your less than truckload mode. Okay, so there are multiple modes, whatever the modes that are possible. Okay, all the modes are being covered in OTM, all the transportation modes. You also have here vendors also can be clubbed with the OTM in some way so as to they get the same piece of information whenever they will be handling the transportation. Okay, so they will get those pieces of information also from your side. Okay, means you say to some transporter that my cargo is of this much weight containing this particular item, can you ship it from China to US? Okay, like this. So during the transportation, what is needed for the carrier to know? Carrier should know your item, your weight, dimensions. Okay, then it will book a proper container for you, whether it will be a 20-foot container or a 40-foot container. It will do a proper booking for you. Okay, send those pieces of information back to the OTM. Okay, when that pieces of information will come to OTM, there is a possibility of having OTM integrated with other ERP solutions like CRM. Okay, where the customer should know, okay, at this particular date or at this particular, this is the most expected date, I should receive this particular cargo or the item. Okay, so it gives you a complete visibility, means it depends upon the your organization how the other ERP solutions and your OTM are clubbed or integrated together. So you will get the same look as you see when you purchases some of the things, some item from Amazon. Okay, so when you purchase any item from Amazon, okay, first of all you select some item. Okay, you also select the quantity of that item also, you put it into your cart, you either put that particular module on the particular order on the COD mode or on the prepaid mode. Okay, so it depends upon the user. Okay, once this order got ready, okay, this is being informed to the carrier. Okay, so the carrier comes with any sort of equipment. Okay, 20-foot container, 40-foot container. In case of Amazon, you can say a truck or a bike. Okay, so he comes with some transportation mode, some equipment. He carries out the whole transportation. Maybe your product is coming from Delhi, maybe your product was coming from Chennai or whatever the place may be. Okay, and you are living somewhere else. Okay, so by the truck from one warehouse to another warehouse, this item is going to be transported. Okay, at the same time the system is also getting the visibility how your goods is going to be transported, means even the Amazon is knowing at each and every step that where your product is and you as a customer also knowing that where your product is. Okay, means you also have the visibility. You can consider your Amazon app like a CRM app. Okay, means you are getting all the informations about the cargo. Okay, what is the current point, what is the most expected time when it should reach to my house. Okay, so you are getting all those informations. Okay, so to do this particular thing, what are the modules that are available in OTM? Okay, so the first module is order management. Okay, so this particular module, order management, within this order management there are few other modules, sub modules you can say. Okay, that are purchase orders, order releases, material management, and hazardous material management. Okay, so uh, your purchase order, okay, is termed as order base. Okay, the next one is order release. Okay, order release is simply your release. Okay, it's containing a cargo or a item that is ready to ship. What's the difference between an order base and an order release is, order release means anything that is ready to ship. Okay, let's say that you have thousand of items, and out of thousand of items your 100 items are ready to ship. Okay, so might be there is a case that sometimes out of thousand, um, you require the item in a recurring process. Okay, recurring way. You consider like a example of a newspaper delivery. Okay, in a newspaper delivery, what happens, you throughout the month you get 30 newspapers of different dates. Okay, but your the delivery mode of each item or each newspaper is that you will be getting each on each day. Okay, in the same way, when we are putting the order, and OTM is mostly your B2B orders, means it's being put between the business to business. Okay, it's not B2C or any other thing. So mostly it is going to be considered like B2B. And at B2B mode, what we do, we put the order in a like an annual basis or on a contract basis. Okay, it's not like we are going for shopping for one time. It's like we have put the order for like complete year. Okay, or complete contract. Let's say that my contract is for 6 months, so I put the orders for the duration of like 6 months. Okay, up till this point, so your order base is like you require thousand quantities of item, and or I can say, take it in a more simpler way, that you want 1200 items, 1200 quantity of a particular item, but you require your order to be shipped in 100, in a quantity of 100 batches. Okay, so you want 100 at each month. Like on a month of January you want 100, in a month of Feb you want 100. So we normally call it a blanket order. Okay, order base is your blanket order, where uh, many of the things are the very important things like item is fixed. Okay, but the quantity, locations, you can put it on a temporary basis, but on an order release level this is going to be fixed one. Okay, then you cannot play with the orders quantity and the locations in the order release, but you have the freedom to put approximate things in order base, in a purchase order I can say, or order base, You can put an approximate order, a blanket order, but in an order release, you need to put exact order, okay? Because this is going to be transported, okay? After this, there is another module known as material management. In a material management, we will be uh, considering items, packaged items, hazardous items, hazardous item classifications, okay? So there are multiple things, but we are mostly concerned about the item and their item properties, okay? In a material management and hazardous material management, we will be mostly looking at item and its properties, okay? So you can consider, you will be wondering like, what do you mean by item and a packaged item, okay? So you must have seen that, take an example, a general example. You must have seen Coca-Cola, okay? So your Coca-Cola, that is a beverage, okay, a cold drink, okay, that comes in different packagings, okay. You have a can of Coca-Cola also. You have 200 ml of PET bottle. You have 300 ml of glass bottle. You have 600 ml of, you can say, mid-size bottle. And then you have a family pack of like 1 liter, a party pack of like 2 liters, okay. A same item is going to be packed under multiple packaged items, okay. In the same way, when we are considering B2B transactions, let's say that you are going to purchase any chemical. So chemical, there is a possibility of chemical being packed in a 1 kg of packet, then it is going to be packed in a 40 kg of sack, okay. So there are different packagings available, okay. Sometimes the packagings are in lbs, okay. If these items are going to be imported or transported to some European countries or some US, okay, so mostly the weight that is going to be measured in those countries are in pounds, okay. So there is a possibility that the packaging is in some pounds, okay. If you are considering your transportation is going to take place in some Asian country, so mostly in Asia we deal with kgs, okay. So might be the same vendor, same manufacturer will be producing the same item in different packagings, okay. You got this point also?
Yes.
Okay, so we will be configuring all those things here in material management and in hazardous material management, okay. What do you mean by hazardous? Hazardous means any chemical or any object that is going to explode, that is going to react with any other chemical, that is a marine pollutant. So this type of classification, there is a big classification of hazardous items. We normally call it class of hazardous items. Okay, class 1, class 2, and even there is a subcategory also, class 1A, class 1B. Okay, so those type of classifications are usually followed throughout the globe, okay. And this classification is generalized, okay, means throughout the globe we are following the same nomenclature of defining the hazardous class, okay. So we will touch this part also, where we need to define whether this packaged item is a hazardous item or it's a regular item, okay. Let's consider like a petroleum product, okay, like a petrol, okay. So petrol you can consider like a hazardous item, okay. Why? Because in presence of oxygen or in presence of any other thing, it may catches fire, okay, it may explode, it may cause marine pollution also, maybe if there is some leakage, okay. So it may cause some ocean pollution also, where the fishes or any other thing can be harmed, okay, or even the water on which the ship is sailing, that is going to be harmed, or something can happen, okay. So if the your item is of this class, then we are going to define as like a hazardous, okay. So this is all about your order management, okay. So we are going to cover this module, okay, and this is your first step, okay. Whenever the order comes, okay, order comes means um, either it comes to the carrier, or some company like Tata Motors or any other company has an order of producing 30 cars, okay. So from where the engine should come, from where the tire should come, which vendor should provide us the engines, might be, you must also must have seen that in our India, most of the automobile manufacturers are manufacturing the cars, are assembling the cars, okay, I can say assembling the cars, and the engines are coming somewhere from outside, either from Japan, or because we are if I talk about Toyota, if I talk about your Maruti, okay, so most of the engines that comes here in India, and even we manufacture the car that is being sold out in India or exported from India also, we take the engine from somewhere from outside, okay. So if your company has decided to manufacture 30 specific model of car, then you need tires from some vendor, you need um, each and every part, considering that a car has got around 10,000 items, 10,000 parts, okay, and for each item there is a specific vendor, okay, and even in that particular vendors, there are vendor A that is prioritized. If that is not able to fulfill us our requirement, then there is a vendor B, okay. So there are multiple vendors also available, okay. So this is being considered on top of the OTM when the order is going to be put into the OTM. But once the order comes into the OTM, we are only, the vendor is fixed, all the things are fixed. Now we are only considering the transportation needs. Okay, means what will be the vendor selection, how the vendor will be selected, how the quantity will be selected, okay. So this is all ERP things, all means either the SAP will manage this, or the Oracle ERP is going to manage this. But once uh, let me more clear, let's take that you got an order of like 30 Jaguar cars, okay. You need to export these cars to Dubai, okay. So while manufacturing, what do you need first? You need 30 engines, you need 30 into 4 number of tires, you need 30 into 2 headlights, okay. So you need these many parts. So what you would you do? First you will check your inventory, whether those parts are available within your inventory or not, okay. If those parts are available within your inventory, then might be you will push internal order, okay. What do you mean by internal order? Might be you are going to manufacture these cars somewhere in Gujarat, okay, but your parts are available at your Pune facility, okay, means Pune warehouse. So what you will do, you need to put order. Order means here the order is not of the item, here the order is like move this item from this place to this place. So your order is transportation order, okay. You want this many engines to be picked from the Pune facility and to be transported to Gujarat, okay, somewhere in Gujarat, okay, where the plant is, okay, where the manufacturing plant is, okay. So your order is not like your purchase order where we normally do the purchasing to Amazon or something. Okay, it's an order of transportation. Okay, the order of the product, okay, means the invoice value and all these things will be not considered under OTM. It is considered on top of the ERP. Okay, means any other ERP like Oracle ERP or SAP. So on top of the OTM, whosoever ERP is throwing us the order, it will be taking those things. Okay, taking care of the product order. Okay, but transportation order is going to be passed to the OTM. So OTM is trying to see, okay, so I got this order, I need to transport 30 engines from Pune facility to Gujarat facility. Okay, then what we normally do, we, as soon as we get the order of transportation, we try to search the carrier. Okay, means who is the carrier that is going to offer me such a vehicle that should transport 30 engines from Pune facility to Gujarat facility. Okay, I got some names like you will also see in the market that there are multiple carriers. Some carriers have big big truck, a truck having a length of like 40 feet. Okay, some have a small trucks, some have like 20 feet. There are some smaller category of carriers also, like they have smaller vehicles for transportation, like you must have seen some mini trucks also. Okay, then you have seen more smaller that are mostly used for local deliveries, that are like tempos and your very small trucks. I cannot say them trucks, I can say them like a vehicle, uh, might be it's a three-wheeler type of vehicle. Okay, so there are multiple types of equipments also available, and there are multiple type of carriers also available. Okay, and even sometimes the carrier should also be able to provide multiple modes. Okay, like there is a possibility of having rail connection between Pune to Gujarat. Okay, if your order is not so urgent, okay, so what we can do, we can minimize the cost by doing the same transportation via rail also. Okay, if the rail connection between these two locations are not possible, then we need to search truck. Okay, if there is a smaller quantity, or means the item is of a small size and a precious size, and a precious, like you can consider like a credit cards, um, electronic gadgets like SSDs, hard disks, CPU, because CPU is a very small item, a very less weight item, but it's a costlier one. Okay, gold. Okay, nowadays e-commerce is also transporting the gold also. Okay, so in that cases you may choose air mode of transportation also. Okay, because air mode of transportation is going to provide you more efficiency. Not I can say efficiency, but I can say that you can minimize your time, you could your transit time. Okay, because what happens in e-commerce industry, if the item is precious, then it is better to transport it via air. Okay, they consider the same, this type of method. Okay, so there is a possibility of multiple carriers also. Okay, so we manage all the carriers. Okay, You can see this module also, your third module. This is known as contract and rate management. Okay, this module. Okay, so in contract and rate management, contract,
Hey,
yeah.
sir, can you please give me the agenda before you go deep into each and everything? What is that we are covering in the demo? Because what I'm looking at is the overall so far so good actually. So all I want to know is like overall picture on the total course and what you are going to cover, how much you are going to, how deep you are going into each module, and such kind of information would be available. Should be good actually if you can provide us.
Okay. So
It's pretty good so far actually. So you are going
hmm,
as you are going very deep into the subject on to start with, and so if you know the agenda on what you are going to cover now, and
hmm.
that would be helpful because um, having that in mindset, we will know that what is that we are going to get over with the complete course.
uh, Basically, while covering this all, I just want to make a storyline and um, just wanted to make you available that what are the modules that we are going to cover. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because in OTM there is an import export module also normally known as GTM. Okay, so that is not the part of this training. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
are going to cover order management. You will be knowing what is order management. Then we are going to cover a rate contract and rate management. The contract and rate management is like you're putting all the rates, all the carriers information. Okay, those type of things. Then we are going to cover shipment management. Shipment management is like when the order is ready, then you are going to plan that order. So all the planning things happens in the shipment management. Okay, shipment management means once you create a shipment, all the schedules, all the movements, all the involved parties are going to be fixed. Okay, so whenever you are going for shipment management, then you will be knowing that who is going to handle my cargo, what is my cargo dimensions, properties, from which place at which time it is going to leave, what is the expected time to arrive. Okay, so OTM is going to plan your order as per those timelines, those carriers, those preferences. Okay, so in the shipment management you are going to see your order getting planned. Okay, planned into a shipment where all the schedules and these things are fixed. Okay, then we are going to cover business process automation. This particular module has nothing to do with the business. This is more like a your automation thing within the OTM platform. Okay, within the OTM your platform, you are going to automate the things. Okay, you put some of the automation rules. Okay, you put how the data should be imported, exported, um, when this event should happen, what are the emails that should be triggered. Okay, so you are setting all the rules here. Okay, so this is your like your automation module. Okay, where you are going to set the programming part. Okay, and if you are uh, we are also not covering this part also. Okay, because this is going to be the, we will touch a little bit, but this is not a functional part. Okay, this is a technical part. Okay, before touching these parts, you should be aware of what is a table structure. Okay, what are the different objects. Okay, likewise you can consider, like if I'm talking about order base, so what are the different tables that are available for order base. Okay, so before touching this module, okay, or even talking about this module, you should be familiar with what are the tables structure, what are the different objects that are available, okay, whether the objects are of master data type, um, transactional data type, or a configurational data type, okay. So even the data is classified into three types, that is your master data. Master data is a data that is on top of which the planning happens, okay, like places, parties, okay, rates. So these are like your master data, okay. Your configurational data means like your how your users are managed, okay, which user will be doing which activity, what he cannot do, what he can do, okay, what is a level of visibility that can user can have, okay. So all these things, basically your business process automation and your configuration and administration, okay. Configuration is and administration is more related with your user management, your platform management, okay, and your visibility. Visibility means when the user comes onto the OTM, there are multiple roles available, okay. These are roles, okay. So these are roles out of which the user is of which role, okay, whether he is a planner, whether he is a service provider, what the role he is, okay. As per the role, the visibility will change, okay. Means even ERP will have the complete knowledge, okay, but the visibility means if we talk about a carrier should only know at which place to which place this cargo needs to be moved, okay. Nothing about the invoice amount, nothing about anything regarding the invoice, okay. So these things will not be available on its view, okay. So all these things are being configured at this place, okay. Then whenever the carrier is going to complete the transportation, then it will be raising the invoice, okay. Means he served you in some way by providing the transportation service, okay. Then he wants the payment for that particular thing, okay. So the all the payment related things in be is being handled here. This is your functional part. Functional part means whenever you will be doing the business, you will be knowing that you should be aware of what the finance is. But whenever there are two ends of the OTM, one is who will be supporting the OTM, okay. We call it as a support engineer or a technical support, okay. um, and there is another part on the business side there are peoples that are working on the OTM, okay. They are doing the planning, they are um, um, communicating with the carriers to move your cargo from the company cargo, okay. So these are the things, okay. uh, and in the operational planning we will be dealing with like what are the schedules, what are the flight schedules, what are the train schedules, because many of the transportation things work on based upon the schedule, okay. So this training, whatever we are looking for is your functional training, okay. Functional user training we call it. And within an OTM there is sometimes there is a if you are going to work on a support, on a technical support side, so you should also be known, you should also be aware of the technical things, okay. So in OTM, normally we call it a functional user or a techno-functional user. Okay, techno-functional user means it has knowledge of the functional things as well as it can support the system also. Support the system means sometimes um, the user has performed some activity and the data is not as per that particular um, uh, type, okay. So what we do, we then change the data maybe in a back end, okay, or from the front end also, maybe we change the data, sometimes we do perform some actions. Okay, so your techno functional user is aware of the table structures as well as what we use in OTM and how the OTM works. Okay, so if we talk about the functional things, it's a contract and rate management, then it's a shipment management.
Can I interrupt you for a couple of minutes, please?
Yeah.
Um, Maybe I know you are running out of charge here, but quickly wanted to ask. You mentioned business process automation you're not covering. In the course content, I'm seeing agent configuration is part of the training. How deep are you going in the agent configuration?
Okay, so in agent configuration, we will be maybe if that is provided to you, maybe I didn't get the same piece of information, maybe I will request after this meeting. Okay, um, so it's not a big deal. Means what we can do, we can cover the business process automation and the agents. Okay, and within agents we will see how to configure the agents, how to set the what we call it actions. Okay, because actions are being triggered by agents. We see at least 2 to 3 examples of agents and their use cases. Okay, so we will cover the agents. Okay, if that is being part of this particular training, basically that particular brochure is not with me. Okay, might be I am understanding a different module. Okay, a different course structure. Okay, so I will take a look at that particular course structure also. So if what else in the is in that particular module,
Got it.
in that particular brochure?
I'll have to pull up that website. Maybe I'll ping you, Tarun. I might be
Okay.
wrong. I thought I saw agent configuration in there. And you said integration, you're not covering any part of integration, right?
Okay.
It's purely
So
functional is what you're focusing on.
basically, what I received is a different set of information. Maybe I will check after this training. Okay, this demo. Okay, so here we have integrations and data integrations, import and export. We will, if that is a part of this particular module, we will cover those things also. Okay.
So you would be covering both functional and technical in this training, both.
I will request our people, our team, to provide me
Mhm.
that particular thing, and as per that particular agenda, whatever the points will be mentioned over there, we will cover. Because as per my knowledge, it was like only the functional user training. Okay, but if this is
Oh,
going
okay.
to be the techno functional user training also, we will cover, mix both the contents, the functional part as well as the technical part. Okay, so in
Okay.
your technical part we will be, but this is, please consider one more thing. Within the OTM platform we will be seeing many other modules also, and there is a possibility that those modules are not part of the OTM, because OTM is your OTM plus GTM module. Okay, so don't confuse with, we will be covering max to max, we will be covering order management, shipment management, contract, business process automation, configurational, little bit part of operational planning and financials. Okay, so whatever the modules you are seeing after this particular thing, few modules are of transportation, few modules are of uh, creating reports, and after this, whatever the modules you are seeing here, classification, restricted parties training, this is part of GTM. Okay, so during this training I will provide you the instance access. Okay, so we will have a cloud access instance, not I can say Oracle cloud. So we have our own cloud, our own server that is running. We will provide you the access for that. for a duration of 2 months. Okay, for the 2 months you will get the access. Maybe we will cover all the contents within a single month. Okay, so you have 1 month extra to um, go and practice. Okay, and if you want to extend this particular subscription or anything, you can further pay and you can expand your instance access, means stretch your instance access.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.